Here. All right, setting up the meeting. If you can hear me already, everybody out there, sorry. I know I told y'all we were 15 minutes away, but
That's
obviously we started.
That's on me.
It happens sometimes. Hey, welcome to episode 18 of CJ Squared. We're going live. We're going to be going live more often. We need, if you're following us, we put it out there. I'm looking, do I see anybody on my chat? I don't see nobody yet, but hopefully I'll see somebody in a little bit. But anyway, tonight we're talking about NBA free agency. We're talking about fantasy football quarterbacks. Hey, CJ Squared has the first annual CJ Squared Productions Fantasy Football League, where us three are going to whoop up on some other people who play fantasy. Yes, we're going to beat y'all. One of us will be the champion. I guarantee it. I guarantee one of us will win the championship.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
That's right.
No
anyway, and we're not even going to cheat. Anyway, also, we having the first annual CJ Squared College Football Conference Draft.
It's on.
Where we are going to draft teams and form a conference. And
we want the listeners to grade us. We want the listeners to pick who they think did the best job. So we'll let you guys.
Hey, and if you're listening or you get a chance to watch it, if you're not watching it live, of course, it's going to be posted to YouTube. My man Joey said we got 4 new subscribers today.
Yes,
I'm putting it out here every day. We need them. We need them. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this party started. Like I said, I'm JB. I'm here with Chris. I'm here with Joey. And the first question we have for tonight is about free agency in the NBA. Some of us are happy. If you're a Lakers fan, you feeling all giddy. If you're a Knicks fan, you probably got your lip poked out. You probably mad. Like, man, come on, man.
What?
Anyway, we're talking about your favorite moves in NBA free agency. So I'm gonna start it off by asking Chris. Chris, what's your favorite move so far in NBA free agency?
I'm gonna take the Wizards. I like what they did. I like that they added depth. They got out of the Westbrook. Horrible contract. I think they were already at a dead end anyway, and I think they wanted to free up some space, maybe to see. Obviously, Beal's the big piece for them, so they need to try to surround him with some guys. Dinwiddie, he was really good. 2 years ago before the injury, he's been really good. So. You get Neto, they re-sign him. Montrezl Harrell was I don't think he played that well in LA, but I don't think they really knew how to use him there. Kuzma looks like, he's always been on the verge of a guy who could break out. So maybe a change in destination makes him a player that could, kind of do what people are expecting of. I just like that they got out of Westbrook. They were on a dead end with him. They need to move that contract. And now we'll see with Beal if they do enough to keep him around. I think they'll take a step back maybe from, if you lose a guy like Westbrook, you'll probably take a step back, but who cares really, because they won't.
They will be the lottery.
They weren't good enough anyway. They were just a fringy playoff team, and who cares? Really, their thing is either we got to make a decision on keeping Beal, and that's the biggest thing. So maybe they try to build around him, and if not, then they just blow it all up anyway. So getting out of Westbrook's deal is just – and they see what they got with Kuzma there. So, if he's – who knows? I don't think he's great, but I think that they are getting rid of Westbrook to me is a start. So I like what they did.
So clearly you are a owner and not a player.
Yeah.
With the owners, because you're like, forget the fans. Like, we can't get.
That's what Chris does.
Yeah, I'm definitely on the owner side. I'm the business guy.
That's clear.
I'm the business guy.
All right. Joey, how do you see it? What is your favorite move? And please don't say it's the Knicks.
Uh-oh.
Millions. Chris and JB.
Uh-oh.
my favorite move did take place in New York City. First of all, let me real quick give you my second favorite move.
Oh, no, see, we're not asking for your second favorite move.
It was in New York. Patty Mills to the Brooklyn Nets was a great move.
I like
Patty Mills. Clearly, the Nets need extra shooting and extra scoring because
extra bodies.
Maybe they're extra bodies. Great point, JB. Their best knockdown shooter, Joe Harris, was clearly not Joe Harris during the playoff run. Patty Mills has been in big games his entire NBA career. Patty Mills will be open the entire season, regular season, going through the playoffs. When the defense gets broken down, Patty Mills will be wide open numerous times. He's going to hit.
So you drafted him in your fantasy league, Patty Mills.
Patty Mills,
fifth round pick.
Huge. But that's the second best free agency move this season because the team that did the best in free agency was the New York Knickerbockers. The Knicks are building something. They are coming back. Are they going to win the NBA championship? No. Are they going to give someone trouble? Are they going to give Brooklyn a little trouble? Little bit. Are they going to give Philly trouble? A little bit. Milwaukee trouble? A little bit. But the thing is, they didn't build Rome in one day. They're molding. They're molding a nice product.
The Larry Brown.
They're molding, JB. They're molding, Chris. They're building something for a future. Some big time player in the future is going to look at the Knicks roster and be like, you know what? I think I could work with that. So thank you, Leon Rose. Thank you, Worldwide West, for getting things done. The Knicks are a relevant team. They are relevant. They're going to win games. They're not going to win the title, but they're relevant. Well done, New York Knicks. Molding, JB. The Knicks are being molded to be
okay. I mean, you signed Randall to a long-term deal, and we already seen
a cheaper deal.
What he did in the playoffs. So why?
That is true. But what did you say, JB? You said this team needs shooters. This team needs playmakers. They signed shooters and playmakers. Randall doesn't have pressure on him anymore. They're going to be a decent team.
Okay, decent. Okay, all right. So mine, it's not the Lakers, even though my favorite player of all time is going there and has a legitimate chance to win a championship.
You got shot.
My favorite move is Miami. Miami, they locked up Jimmy Butler, right? Their cornerstone. They locked up Duncan Robinson, probably one of the best shooters in the NBA.
Yes.
They signed PJ Tucker, tough player, tough defensive-minded player, and they signed probably one of the best defensive point guards in the league, who is a sneaky shooter and scorer, and Kyle Lowry. This put them directly in the conversation in the East with the Bucks and the Nets. So me, I think that Miami, they did a good job and trying to put themselves in a position to chase a championship. Kudos Pat Riley. Pat Riley always doing what he got to do.
That's what he does.
All right, got his hair slicked back. You know what I'm saying? He's doing what he got to do, right? Trying to win a championship. And I mean, they're not that far away. I mean, just 2 years ago, they were in the finals, right? I mean, this year wasn't their year because Milwaukee put the hammer on them, but we'll see. So I like their Heat. So
I agree. I think Miami is right there with I think we all are going to say if they stay healthy, Brooklyn is the clear favorite, but I think Miami can absolutely give them problems. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, but you say the healthy part is anybody, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, if you know, hey, and mark this because I told y'all this: the Christmas Day game will be the Nets against the Lakers. Because Blake Griffin has already been talking trash. I guarantee the NBA, you better make that happen on Christmas Day. That'll be the game to watch. To the Nets and the Lakers, probably the two favorites for the NBA championship. But anyway, next question.
After the Knicks game,
Lakers, We're talking about LeBron, talking about the king, talking about his best big three, right? Talking about his big three now, his big three in Cleveland, his big three in Miami. So I'm going to start this off with you, Joey. Who do you think LeBron's best big three was?
Chris and JB. I think the best big three that the King had is not the big three that he's going to have this year. The best big three that he has ever been a part of was the big three in 2016 of himself, Uncle Drew, and Kevin Love. This is not a LeBron. This version of LeBron that we're going to have is an older version. He is still arguably the smartest basketball player in the NBA, and he's still a top 10 player, but he's just not the explosive king. He's still a top 5 player. He's just not the same explosive king.
What's your top 5 then? Quick. Give me your top 5.
LeBron, Kawhi, KD, Steph,
Luka,
Anthony Davis.
Giannis.
Giannis out your top
Anthony
5?
Davis out. Giannis in.
No credibility.
Anthony Davis out. Giannis in.
You have no credibility.
I made a mistake. He's in. Anthony Davis, sit down.
You locked it in.
Anthony Davis, sit down.
No, it's locked in.
It locked it
It's
in.
not locked. My
You
bad.
locked it in.
All right. So you're saying that his best big three was the year Cleveland came back and won a championship?
Yes.
Okay. Got you. Chris, what do you think?
I'll go. I think Miami. I think this big three, as good as Westbrook is, I don't know if he hasn't shown an ability, I think, to fully commit to being an off the ball guy. We saw him one year with Durant, where he kind of turned into a true point guard, but I don't even know with LeBron what that is even going to look like, because LeBron is so ball dominant. You know, what is that going to look? Is he going to be able to play off the ball and just?
Well, based on what Joey said, of course, LeBron is the most intelligent player in the NBA. So of course, LeBron can learn to play off the ball.
I think I'd rather have LeBron with the ball, which means would I rather Westbrook being, because I think what LeBron does best is that he can beat you in so many different ways. I think Westbrook's got one tool in the tool shed, and he's just, just being athletic and just
triple doubles. Yeah, that sucks.
I'm not saying that it sucks, but I'm just saying that.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily know if that's what LeBron needs. I think Dwayne Wade was able to, and Kyrie were able to transition into a type of player to play with LeBron. I don't necessarily know if Westbrook, to me, has ever been able to show that. And Chris Bosh, I think Anthony Davis is still better than of the three, the best big. I just feel like Westbrook, until he shows me that he is able to transition to that type of player that can play off the ball, I just question it. So I'm going to go Heat just because I think that I like Wade better than Kyrie. So
okay. I mean, I kind of disagree with you on some of your points about Westbrook, because I think that if you got LeBron and Westbrook, and based on how LeBron plays now, Westbrook will be a perfect complement to how LeBron plays now. LeBron wouldn't have to take so much beating. He likes to shoot threes now. I do think Westbrook, believe it or not, is underrated in some terms of how he plays. He is a team player. But I do agree with you on his best big three. I wasn't going to say Westbrook or Anthony Davis. I agree. I think his best big three was the big three from the D Wade and Chris Bosh era, because that's how they complemented each other. D Wade could carry the load and was able to accept that role, unlike Kyrie. Kyrie didn't want to play that role, even though he did play that ancillary role. He didn't want to. That's why he left. Right.
As in one sense.
And Chris Bosh, of course. I mean, who can forget Chris Bosh getting that rebound and kicking it out to Ray for that three? Chris Bosh played his role.
Bang.
Well, so I think that big three though had the most pressure on them because of that show he did, that special. What was it called?
Yeah,
what was that special?
Is it the announcement or is it something like this?
And everybody was like, "Why do you do that? Oh, burning his jerseys! LeBron!" And he comes back and wins the championship for him.
The decision.
The decision. That's what it is. Yeah, I mean, that's another money-making tool for the NBA, right? So, but that team had so much pressure on them because even when it came out to be announced that we're gonna win 1 championship, 2 championship, 3 championship, 4. I mean, they went to 4 in a row. They won 2. That Mavericks team with Dirk. I love that team. There was all those veterans that deserved to win that title. And that Spurs rematch, the Spurs put it on them because the Spurs played a different brand of basketball and just wore them out. So, but I still think that was his best big three. And the one this year is we don't know what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting. But I still think the one in Miami was the best.
I would say I would like if Westbrook will be able to take a lot of the load off as far as he does seem willing as a teammate. I don't think that, I don't think he's selfish at all the way we speak of Kyrie. I think he's willing to do it. I just, to me, until he can fully show it, but I would love for him because I've always been a Westbrook guy. I think that if he can show it, that's awesome because then they're super dangerous. And I think he will be able to say, LeBron, you sit, let me be a guy who just carries the load right now. I think he would have no issue with that.
You spread the floor. I mean, Anthony Davis is going to catch all kind of lobs, all kind of layups. Because even though, you're going to back off Russell a little bit, he still can throw the ball to LeBron. He still can throw it to the other guys who can score, Anthony Davis. Oh, Carmelo ain't no superstar no more, but he still can give you 15 to 25 any given night. So
up, baby.
He's a walking bucket, what you call him, right?
Yeah.
He's a walking bucket. All right, so we're gonna, good conversation, right? NBA season coming up fast, believe it or not, right? NFL starting now, NBA going to be starting pretty soon, and fantasy basketball, revenge 2021-22. All right, so and moving on, it's time for some of our fantasy football discussion. We got some champions in here, right? You got some real good fantasy players, and we're gonna have a little discussion about fantasy quarterbacks, right? So we're gonna pull up this little thing we got. I'm gonna share my screen for all y'all viewers out there to look at what we got here at our list of tiered quarterbacks for this season. Shout out to Fantasy Pros for having this list that we can pull up.
Thank you, Fantasy Pros.
Yeah. So hopefully I'm looking at my live stream and I only see me on there. So
I'm on there, JB. I'm on there.
Okay, yeah. I guess it's picking up whoever's talking. So okay. So the Chris, who's going to do this one?
Joey's handling this one.
Oh, Joey is? Okay.
Yeah, Joey's got it.
So when
kind of surprised.
Once again, thank you, Fantasy Pros, for providing this information for us. So when it comes to we do have some quick hitters going on, right?
Oh yeah, quick hitters. Quick hitters. Talk. Of course, fantasy football. Like I said, we got us three play in a league called the League. Chris has been to the championship 2 years in a row, fell flat, but that's another story. Joey has won a championship. I have won a championship in that league. We started the CJ Squared League this year, Super Flex. So if you are in that league, you better be paying attention. This is a Super Flex, and you can start 2 QBs. Don't get caught slipping, because we will call you out on the show.
Don't slip. I've been called out before, y'all. Even the best get called out.
We will get you about your draft picks. But anyway.
Even the best get called out. Okay.
Yes. Even the best.
Let me go down to let's get a quick hitter in real quick.
Okay.
Based on Fantasy Pros, which are the second tier quarterbacks on the list? That
hold on. You going a little? You get ahead of yourself there, young buck.
Yeah, just go. You got it in order, Joey. You got to just read it. We're just going.
It is in order. Excuse me, I was looking at the wrong one. Let me go back up. Should you draft a top tier quarterback in the first 3 rounds, or do you like to wait? JB, what do you typically do? Give your secret, JB.
Okay. So basically, depends on what kind of league you're in. If you're in a super flex where you can start 2 quarterbacks, you can wait because there's so much value you can get, and there's so much kind of talent in the quarterback position. And of course, you got to also check the league rules and settings. You know, some leagues give 4 points for a touchdown. Some leagues give 6. Some leagues get you for interceptions. I'm in a league with my brother. You get penalized for sacks. I'm like, what the heck?
Golly.
Like, sacks. Control a guy getting sacked. But anyway, so you got to consider all the kind of the intricate details and settings for that league. But really, you don't have to draft a top tier quarterback in those first rounds. Last year, I didn't draft a quarterback until like round 9 or 10. I still finished first place for the season. I have one quarterback score over 50 points. I didn't win a championship, but I had a really good year for somebody who picked a quarterback. I picked Joey's guy, Danny No Dimes.
And you're going to be happy about that this year.
And even started Mitch Trubisky most of the year. So if you can get good players in other positions, no, the answer is no. The guy who had Patrick Mahomes last year and the guy who had Josh Allen, I beat those guys when I played them. So you just got to draft smart.
Draft smart. Let me remind the millions out there that are watching during this session. We're giving you an actual session here. You may want to get a writing utensil and something to write on so that you know how to win a fantasy league, millions. Okay, you're being educated right now on how to win. Okay, Chris, let me go to you. Should you draft a top tier QB in the first rounds, or do you like waiting?
I'm kind of with JB, but when I draft, I'm very tier based. So what I like to do is I kind of have a value of where these guys are going to draft or where they're going to fall. And then I just let it play out. So if Mahomes falls to me in a certain pick and I feel like it's value, I'll jump on him. But I'm also not going to overdraft. So for me, I always look at the tier and then kind of if there's a run on a guy, like if you get a run on QBs and say you're drafting those tier 2 guys, and you really, and there's some value left over, if you're getting Justin Herbert maybe 2 rounds lower than you think, then I would go ahead and take him. I preach don't try to reach at all and, let it play out. But I'm not opposed. Last year I took Dak. That looked at, for the first couple of weeks that it was going to be a magnificent, he looked like he was going to break some kind of record. So,
he's on pace.
It ended up hurting me a little bit, but I think that I'm the type who's very tier based when I draft. I like these kind of tier systems, and then I just kind of fall into, if I believe in these tiers, then I'll just stick with that. And then, if the guy's there, that falls in my lap. But I do kind of tend to try to go a little bit later, but there's plenty of times like last year, Dak fell in my lap and then I took him because he was still value on the board. So
that was round 5, right? Last year?
Yeah. So
because I was looking to take him in round 5 and I was like, Chris sniped me again. And the guy you took after him, looking at our tiers, he's a tier 3 quarterback, top 12. You took Tannehill.
And that's the thing is, if you can get, I like going, if you're going to get 2 quality guys. And now I've never done a super flex. So that's going to, I'll really have to pay attention to that. Is it worth taking?
You gotta pay attention.
Yeah. So that's going to be completely new for me there because I don't know where the value is yet. If it's trying to take 2 guys because they score so high, so we'll see.
Yeah. Hey, if you want to see a super flex draft live, go back on the CJ Squared channel. I stream my live super flex best ball draft.
Well, and you said on that, JB, right? You said those quarterbacks, the high level guys were going quick. right?
Yeah, they went first round, and I went running back first, and I loaded up on the other positions, and I took 2 tier 4 quarterbacks as my starters.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but I loaded up everywhere else.
Yeah, so that's the other strategy. I guess you'll have to see, and you just got to hope one of your guys pushes up.
Yeah.
All right, Joey.
Well, when it comes to my strategy, Chris and JB, I'm not the numbers guy that you all are. Okay.
You're a feelings guy.
I am a feelings guy. I like to feel out picks. Okay. I put a lot of emotion into where I'm going with my actual picks. Okay. Now, last year did not go well for me when it came to quarterbacks, when it came to JB's league. Even though I had 2, I think, value guys from where I got them. 2 guys that are
last year. Who's your quarterbacks?
in your league. I had Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, yeah, he got hurt.
He got hurt. And I also had Jared Goff. Two guys that are capable of throwing for 4,000 yards and 35 plus touchdowns.
Yeah.
Jared Goff was an underachiever last year.
Oh, definitely.
Underachiever. I got both of those guys late. Okay.
Can I just mention that even though he was an underachiever, he had a wide receiver 1. Robert Woods finished as a wide receiver 1.
Yes, he did.
It's crazy, right?
Yes, he did. So you can definitely find value late. Yeah. And that's what I typically do. I feel out the draft, and I know my feelings are, I can find a 4,000-yard guy and 35 touchdown guy late.
Find a guy on the free agent market. CB picked up Justin Herbert, and Justin Herbert finished in the top 12.
Joey's a hater on Herbert.
Don't bring that name up, JB. You almost eat barf.
It's in the top 12. I mean, I didn't have one quarterback on my team all year in the top 12. Just FYI. I traded Diggs for a Cam sandwich. Remember this. Don't do that. Don't trade a top 2 receiver for a Cam sandwich, okay? Don't do it. All right.
Out of this world. All right, let's go to our next quick hitter. Which top tier quarterback? Which top tier QB would you all rather have this season in fantasy? You take a look at our list here. We got Mahomes, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson.
Well, our top tier, we counted it as tier 1 and tier 2.
Yeah, so we're saying we're trying to ask, because you already know between Mahomes and Allen.
Right.
We're going to skip over those 2.
Let's add Dak in there too.
So we'll say Murray, Jackson, and Dak, right?
Dak, Russell, Aaron Rodgers, and Justin Herbert. Which of those guys would you rather have?
Where you going, Chris?
Oof. Now, I mean, I think I was leaning Dak, but now I think I'm a little thrown off by the injury. So, and now do I trust that Rodgers? I mean, if Rodgers comes out and does what he did last year, that's a steal, right?
Yeah, but
really, if he was 2 years ago, and Russell Wilson, you figure was he was on an MVP type of level for a while.
Yeah.
I think Rodgers upside. He plays like an MVP. I'd go Rodgers there.
Oh, okay.
Where you going, JB?
I mean, with these guys, a lot of times when these guys have out of their mind seasons, they're due for some regression. I mean, every year it seems to happen. Like the MVPs next year don't play their best. But I think Rodgers may just go off because he's mad. He wants to get traded. So he may go nuts, right? But for me, it always depends on the setting. But for me, I would say it's Dak because, I mean, the weapons that Dak has compared to these other guys. I mean, I know that Kyler has D-Hop. Lamar has his legs. Lamar has his legs and Andrews. Russell has Lockett and DK Metcalf. Rodgers has who? He has Devontae Adams and whoever else throws the ball to. Herbert has some weapons too, right? Herbert's had he got Eckler, he got Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. But I got to go with Dak because I think Dak has the most weapons. right? And even though they're going to have a balanced attack, I think they're going to be throwing the ball around a lot because of their defense. Maybe won't be as good or as is improved as they say they're trying to get it. Even though they got that boy Michael Parsons, who Joey said running side on the sideline like a running back. So I'm gonna go with Dak. I'm gonna go with Dak here as my guy who I would rather have. And this is not even based on that I'm a Cowboy fan. I got the Cowboys thing going talking about Dak. It seems crazy.
Well,
all right, Joe, you're up.
When it comes to the top tier, until he has proven that he can't do it anymore, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. When you're building a quarterback in Madden, you may be building this person. Aaron Rodgers is in a contract year. He said this is his final year playing at Lambeau. He's going to be looking for a big contract next year. He's going to play his behind off. I would rather have Aaron Rodgers, bottom line. Until it's proven that he can be stopped. Until it is proven, that has not been proven yet.
So you agreeing with Chris, Joey?
We're both. Well, Joey's always on Rodgers. Anyway.
Always.
Oh, I forgot because his son is a Packers fan.
Before that, JB. Before that,
he's always been on Rodgers. So, yeah, Joey, I texted you the question in the next one instead of.
Yeah, I see it. Yep.
So, Joey, you see it on there?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, because we switched
our Jared Goff
rank
ranked so low.
Which he should be. Let's move on to our next quick hitter. Who would you all rather have when it comes to which of these second tier quarterbacks, according to Fantasy Pro? Shouts out to Fantasy Pro.
No, we're saying third tier here, Joey. This
is third tier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Third tier. Which of these third tier QBs would you rather have? Tom Brady, which is I'm about to throw up in my mouth that he's actually this is third tier fantasy quarterback. Tom Brady, Chris's boy Tannehill, Jalen Hurts, or Matthew Stafford. JB.
Out of that third tier, I would say, because fantasy is not like real football. So, you don't got to be winning. You don't got to be looking good out there. I would say go with Jalen Hurts, right? Because Jalen Hurts may have 800 yards rushing this year, right? He may have 800 yards rushing. So that's extra added on to whatever he does with his arm. He got the rookie quarterback, he got the rookie wide receiver coming in there, Smith. He got a good tight end in Dallas Goedert. Guy from ODU, Travis Fulgham. Oh, right. Yeah, and he still got a first round pick out there too, in Jalen Reagor from TCU. So he has some weapons around him, and he got his legs. O-line, kind of suspect. I mean, his backup is Joe Flacco. You can start Joe Flacco, really? You're probably gonna let Jalen Hurts play the year out and see what you got. So for me, I would say Jalen Hurts.
JB going with Jalen Hurts. Chris, where you going?
I gotta go with my boy Tannehill right here. Yeah. Last year he was top 5%. He was higher than Wilson. He was 37%. He was one of the top 5 quarterbacks. So 37%. Brady, Rodgers, and Wilson were only 31%. So that tells you right there he has top 5 potential. Now, can he come back? He's done it 2 years in a row now. So I would just say with Brady, Hurts is an unknown. Stafford, I think, could light it up there. Hurts, like we said, he could go off. Brady, I think they're going to be in a position that they're ahead a lot. So I don't know if he's going to be chasing yards. He may chase touchdowns because I could see them, with Evans and all that with weapons. But I could see them being ahead a lot and then just not needing to, throw a ton. So, yeah, give me Tannehill there. I'm riding my dude there.
Chris going Tannehill.
Tannehill still, look at these rankings. Tannehill is ranked right ahead of Jalen Hurts. So, hey, who you got, Joey?
There's a clear answer here, Chris and JB. There's a clear answer. There is no way that you don't go Tom Brady. There's no way. Tom Brady.
Your mouth.
No way. Just think about it. That was his first year in that offense last year. Did he throw 40 touchdowns last year?
I think so.
He threw 40 touchdowns. I promise you. You might want to write this down, JB. You might want to write this down because there's no way Tom Brady throws more than 12 picks his second season in that system. No way.
How many touchdowns is he gonna throw?
He will throw 38 touchdowns.
Okay.
And less than 10 picks.
Okay. Is this like you kind of, man, you just kind of threw like the okie doke on me because you just said saying his name made you throw up in your mouth. So I'm kind of confused. Like
no, not
that
not
was
Tom
Justin,
Brady.
That was Justin Herbert.
That's Herbert.
Oh, my bad. Oh, okay. I thought you said Tom
but Joey,
Brady
look at this number. Look at this number here, Joey. Last year in the top 18 quarterbacks, Tom Brady only was in the top 18 62% of the time. You're talking, and the difference is Aaron Rodgers was in there 93. Ryan Tannehill was in 81. Right? So that's telling you right there, he's not necessarily a lock to even be a top 18 guy.
He transferred schools. He's in it. He went to a brand new system. He knows the system. He's going to be even better.
All right. So by breaking it down though, Chris, is what I gotta tell you.
All right.
For fantasy in our league, Tom Brady he finished the number 9 QB and Tannehill finished 10. So I guess.
And that's the thing is you look on here, where you're having to get Brady and where you're having to get. I think Brady will outplay Tannehill, but where are we having to draft him? If you can get him in the same round, yeah. But if you're,
I wouldn't draft Brady until like round 8 or 9.
I'm not reaching for Brady. I might reach a little bit for a Rodgers, but I don't reach.
No. I'm not drafting. If I draft Brady, it wouldn't be until like the 9th or 10th round. Like today, I was just funny because you mentioned earlier about where a guy falls. Today, I was doing a best ball draft, and I'm looking at my draft as it unfolds, and I'm looking, and nobody. It's the third round. In the third round, nobody's draft Patrick Mahomes yet. And I was like,
what?
Man. I was like, you know what?
What?
I'll take Mahomes in the third round today. I mean, usually I don't mess with Mahomes or Allen unless it's that 4th round. But I was like, I gotta take it this time. I got to have them.
You should have hit them right there. If there was an actual chat, you should have hit them right there. Mahomes is still on this board.
Hey, everybody got their own strategy, man. They were loading up. Like I told you, I was listening to some experts draft. This one guy, he drafted 8 wide receivers in a row. And then drafted a tight end next. So he went straight 0 RB, right? 0 RB. All right, so I gotta throw this joke out though. I'm talking about quarterbacks. There was one year in fantasy football, a guy in our league, Berto, he went 0 QB.
Wait, the whole time?
No. He picked up McCowan for Cleveland, right?
Okay.
And he wasted all of his transactions for the week. And when game time came, McCowan was not started.
Oh.
Oh my God.
What did he do? He just had a 0?
Oh, boy.
He couldn't start him. He had no quarterback.
So he just had him, he just put him in?
No, he had no QB that week, man. He went 0 QB.
Oh, dude. I would have at least put him in and just hoped the other guy got hurt or something.
Yeah, really.
It was a wrap. I think Johnny Manziel started that week, I believe.
Oh man.
All right. So that's just a fun. That guy. We always have our little battle is called the Wiz Bowl because he claims he's the Wiz, but we only know there's only one Wiz in our league. That's JB. My name is JB the Wiz for a reason. But anyway. All right.
Let's go to our next one. Who would you rather have as your second quarterback in a 12-team league? Would you rather have Tua, Russell Wilson, Sam Darnold?
That's Zach Wilson, Joe.
No, that's Zach Wilson, bro. Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson, Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield. JB. Where you going?
All right. So this is a perfect question for a super flex league because I learned an important lesson about one quarterback leagues. Don't draft two QBs. 1 year I drafted Matt Ryan and Dak Prescott, and I didn't know who to start. So I ain't never do that again. All right. But in a super flex, you need two quarterbacks. And out of this crew, I mean, I'm definitely not going Zach Wilson because you don't know what he's going to do. Even I know Darnold is Joey's boy, but I don't trust him neither. You know what Kirk Cousins and Baker Mayfield are going to do. But I like, for this crew right here, this group, I like Tua because of the pedigree and because of the weapons that Miami has put around him. He got a good tight end.
Yeah.
Good receivers. They added Will Fuller, even though Will Fuller cannot stay healthy. He do hurt already. They got Devontae Parker, right? It's a good player. Devontae Parker can give you a 1,000-yard season. And you also got his teammate from Alabama, Waddle. So you have weapons in Miami, right? And you also have some other guys who can, put up big numbers. So if it came down to me having to draft these guys, what's funny is I had a league where in my super flex league, I had Carr and Mayfield as my two quarterbacks, and I picked somebody for the third. I know Chris and Drew was like, wow, what? Y'all saw it. I was drafting live. But anyway, so I'll go with Tua here for me. That's where out of this crew.
JB going Tua Tagovailoa, excuse me. Chris, where you going?
Give me this in my second quarterback. I want somebody steady that I know, because I'm only hoping to play them once or twice. So give me Cousins, just because I think I pretty much know what he is. So I can plug him in.
Chris, super fast. What would you do?
Actually, I would still go Cousins because I think you look at last year, he was in the top 12 50% of the time, which means you're getting him as he's around one of the first number 2 guys off the board. I don't know if he has the ceiling as some of these other guys, but I still think he's a fringy top 12 guy in a lot of weeks. So I think my style is very much play it safe and not shoot for, like a Tua where he's going to be, a guy like that's going to go off. If I'm trying to do a flex. Now, if you're saying maybe who has the chance to get up there, I don't know if Cousins will probably end in the top 12, where I think Tua with his weapons maybe has but if I'm going as my second guy or the super flex, I'm probably taking Cousins just because I know what he's going to give me each week. I like that consistency.
Last year in our league, Kirk Cousins finished as the 13th ranked QB, and he had seven QB1 finishes.
Yeah, so that shows you right there.
He's just steady.
Yeah, he's for my second quarterback. I would want that. I'm not shooting for the stars on the guy like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My second quarterback in a flex league that JB is going to have us in. Let me tell you why. This is going to be the second best quarterback to pick. I have a feeling about this. I put a lot of emphasis on contract years. As you know, Baker Mayfield is in a contract year. Baker Mayfield is in a prove it to us that you are our franchise quarterback. Prove it to us that you are the guy that we're going to lock in. We haven't had a guy like this since Bernie Kosar. Okay? Baker Mayfield is about to prove to everyone that he is. We're going to start to forget about Bernie Kosar. This is the next big-time quarterback. He's going to sign a huge deal in Cleveland when he puts up amazing stats. He had a really good year last year. He's about to go to another level. Baker Mayfield is the best out of this list.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield had 4 QB1 finishes last year. Okay. And 3 of them came in weeks 13, 14, and 15. Woo! But the championship week, he finished QB 29. So
was that the game against the Jets? Was that the game?
No, he had the game against Tennessee. He was QB1. He went off against them all in the first half.
Because they had a bad loss to the Jets last year. I wonder if that was his when he was ranked number 29. That was a bad game for them.
That week 16? Because
that may have been. May have been, yes.
No, okay.
So, which quarterback out of the top 12, according to our Fantasy Pros list, which quarterback out of the top 12 do you think has a chance to end up in the top 12?
So outside of the top 12.
Outside of the top 12. Yeah.
12.
Get it right.
And go into the top 12 this coming up year.
I guess I'll go this one. I'm taking Trevor Lawrence. I just think he has the upside there. There's some weapons. What do they have him at 14 on this list? I think we've seen what he can do. He can run. I could see him getting 500 yards this year rushing. I think the over under I saw for him rushing was around 500 or 600 yards. I don't think maybe touchdowns. I think he's going to have his bumps in the road, but we saw what Joe Burrow did last year. He was on pace, and I think Lawrence is a better player than him. I think he has weapons there on Burrow's level. So to me, I don't know with Burrow, who knows with, what his knee and all that, when he's coming back. So give me Lawrence here as a guy who could get in there. I think he's a high ceiling guy for sure.
Chris going Trevor Lawrence. JB, where you going?
Let that hair flow.
Man, I mean, Trevor Lawrence, man, I love some Trevor Lawrence. I was listening today, a guy on Sirius X M87, Jack Dempsey who covers the Jags, talking about how, I think they worry about that line for the Jags. Anyway, because, that was Joe Barrow's issue last year, that line.
Yeah.
And who did they draft? Receiver at number 1 when they could have had Joey's boy, Sewell from Oregon. Man, that was that was a crazy pick. But and before Barrow got hurt, he had four top 10 top 12 weeks in his first 9 weeks. He had 4 top 10, but Lawrence is a good pick for me. I'm saying these are just ifs. This is crazy. If Justin Fields and Trey Lance start, those guys could possibly end up in the top 12 because of what they can do with their legs and with their arm. Justin Fields, you saw a little bit of him play yesterday. He looked pretty good, but that's, of course, it's the preseason. He won't play against the ones, and so I think it could be Fields or Lance. I'm just going with those 2 guys if they end up, playing and starting. I mean, Justin Herbert, Joey's guy who makes him throw up, man, he started like week 3 or week 2 or something like that, and undrafted in our league, and dude finished 8th, right? He finished 8th overall in our league. So I believe it could be one of those 2 guys.
Well, JB, let me ask you, who do you think of those 2, who's going to be asked to do more if they end up both starting?
I would say it probably be Fields because, San Fran, they're a run-heavy team, right? Oh. And a lot of running, a lot of play action, and you got a great play caller, and Chicago has Nagy. So Matt Nagy, just so you know, he is not. He thinks he's Andy Reid. You're not Andy Reid, Matt Nagy. I'm sorry. I just gotta call it. I call it like I see it. So I would say Fields will have to do more. He has less weapons. I mean, he has A-Rob, and who else does he have? I heard that Mooney is having a good camp. Their second wide receiver.
They got rid of Miller, right? They got rid of him.
Yeah, Miller's I think he's in Texas. He's in Houston now.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to be a big time prospect. So I would think Fields would have to do more because remember, in fantasy football, it's not how well you are playing. I remember one year I won a fantasy championship with Tim Tebow as my starting QB. He stunk. But that dude was running. He kept on running the ball and just doing all kind of craziness. And I ended up winning the championship with him as my QB. So it doesn't have to be the best guy.
All right.
So yeah, I'm going with those 2 guys quite possibly.
Which is the reason why I'm going to go with this pick. Matt Ryan has thrown for 4,000 yards for 10 straight years. Matt Ryan is going to be playing on a not so good Falcons team. He's got a brand new toy and maybe the highest rated tight end prospect coming out of college football ever. He's going to throw for another 4,000 yards. He's going to throw less than 15 picks. Touchdowns are going to go up. He's old Mr. Reliable. Matt Ryan.
Touchdowns go up because I'm probably going to keep that receiver in the 4th round, Ridley. What a value, right? I'm getting a 2nd round pick with a 4th round value. Could be a wide receiver 1. So I hope Matt Ryan has a good year.
He will have a great year.
Top 12, Joey calling it.
He will have a great year. So we went.
So you're going to draft him.
That could possibly happen, JB. That could possibly happen. So we went over who can fit into the possible top 12. So overall, who do you think who's going to be your bust for this coming up season? JB, where you going?
I'm going with your boy. And yes, I am. I'm going with your hot take, Danny Dimes. They brought in, he got Saquon coming back. He got Evan Ingram. He got Kenny Galladay. He got Slayton. He got all these weapons. And he will not. Daniel Jones finished 25th in our league, and he won't finish above the top 20 in our league this year. There's no way. Even with those weapons.
Okay, JB. Where you going?
That's my bust. Daniel Dimes.
I'm going with your other boy, Joey. We're picking on you. I'm going with Baker. I think he's the bust right here. I think that I don't see him anywhere close to the top 12. What did JB say? 4 times that he was in the top 10. And you take a guy like Kirk Cousins, who they're basically in the same spot, and he was in there way more, almost double what he was. And I think that you almost have to take him. Let me see. So Baker's going over 2 rounds. You got to take him more than Kirk Cousins. Probably 3 or 4 rounds over Lance and Tua. Even Fitzpatrick, who we've seen. Derek Carr has been a steady guy. So I think value-wise, Baker, I think a lot of people are on Baker to be that second guy, that high second guy. And to me, I think he was only in the top 50, I think in most leagues, 25% of the time. So for me, I want a steady guy. I think he's going to be a bust because they run the ball. Look, you got Chubb, you got Hunt. I just don't think you need to do that with him and be a guy who throws for 4,500 yards. So unless they change something up, in which I don't think they will. Then
Beckham back this year, but they still a run heavy team. Yep.
I just think they're run heavy. So I'm gonna go Baker as my bust. We're picking on you, Joey.
Baker is the best. Oh, okay. Do you all remember the movie Animal House?
Oh, here we go.
When the Deltas got some dates and were rolling out to go on a nice date and found that Otis Day and Otis Day was playing at a club and like, hey, Otis Day is playing over there. And they stopped the car and they got out of the car, took their dates and went into this hot spot of where Otis Day was playing. And they walked in, and of course the Deltas were white. And they walked into this all black club and the music stopped and they looked at them.
Man, look at this time here.
That's Justin Herbert. He walks into a fantasy restaurant. He sees, oh, there's Patrick Mahomes is right there. Oh, there's Josh Allen. There's Aaron Rodgers. There's Russell Wilson. And they all turn around and look at him like, why are you here? Because he doesn't belong in that group. Justin Herbert is going to fall. He will not be. He's going to be outside of a top 15 fantasy quarterback this year. I will see it when I believe it with him. Bottom line, Justin Herbert will be a bust this year. I'll see it when I believe it.
That's that right there. That should have been your hot take, because I was about to hit you with, well, that's weird, because everybody in their right mind got Justin Herbert in the top 10. So
That
except for you.
is
Joey.
Except for you. Okay.
Except me.
All right. Now is the time. Hey, Joey, when we do this college football draft, we need no commentary whatsoever. Pick your team.
Got you.
Keep it moving. Are we clear? Because I can't be on here all night. That's with you. Tell me every reason why you picking your teams.
I got you, JB.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let me go ahead and unshare this right here. Let me unshare this. Hey, I hope you guys learned something. Hey, if you get Justin Herbert in a good spot, good value, draft the guy, okay? Don't listen to
Absolutely.
Joey.
Absolutely.
Don't listen to Joey.
Not on that one. Come on now, Joey. You gotta mess everything up for us.
I will draft him in a good spot too.
Yeah,
after all that.
Okay, before we do our draft, what would be a good round to draft Herbert in based on your evaluation of him?
Let's just say I'm not looking to draft Justin Herbert with one of my top 3 picks.
Well, he's going 7th in the 7th round. Are you taking him in the 7th round?
Absolutely.
So he's still value. Or he's not value, but he's not. If you get him in the 7th, you got to wait. For you, then you would be in the 9th round for some reason. If he won't be there, but
no, he won't.
I mean, 9th or 10th round, from what you're saying, why would you draft a guy who could finish in the top 20? If you look at our league last year, every guy most of the guys who were drafted who finished in the top 10 or 12, they got drafted in the first 5 or 6 rounds.
Mm-hmm. They
didn't make it to the 7th round, most of them. Right? So I don't know.
It's a feeling thing.
Okay. All right, Chris. Let's make this thing happen.
All right, yeah. So in honor of all the switching and the realignment in college football, we wanted to see if we did a fantasy draft of all of the college football teams that are out there. We're each going to take a team. We're going to take 10 teams, basically a snake draft, and we're going to let you guys, after we build our conferences, we want you guys to tell us who you think has the best conference. So we're going to start it off, and
I'll post it. I'll post it in there somehow, or post it to our site so you can look at it.
Yeah, and then you guys let us know which conference you think is the best. JB's, mine, or Joey. So Joey would do a snake draft. We'll do 10 teams. Joey, you're up first with the first pick. Who you got? Let me guess. This is for college football purposes only. Yeah, no not basketball, no other sports. Yeah, no college football. All right,
Roll Tide.
Oh,
of course.
Big surprise.
Roll Tide.
Hey, so just to keep it moving, I got to go with those Tigers from Clemson.
Oh, all right. I figured that was coming. All right. I go 2 here. Give me Ohio State. And geez.
It was a snake draft? Oh my goodness.
Oh yes.
Ohio State and
you're the clock. I need to have a clock.
All right, give me a second. Give me
Oklahoma State.
No, give me Georgia.
I knew it.
Give me Georgia.
All right, my pick.
You're up, yeah.
I'm gonna take Joey's team that he wanted to keep. I'm gonna take Oklahoma.
I was going back.
Yes, sir. You ain't getting that team back.
Okay. Give me the Aggies of Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. You got Texas A&M. All right.
And give me the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.
Wow, you got Notre Dame. All right. I guess you didn't check the college football rankings. All right. So for this year, go ahead and I'm gonna stay in the ACC. Give me Chris's boys, the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Oh.
We're talking about football, right?
Oh, they had a guy Howell who is the preseason ACC Player of the Year. Get it right, bro. I do my research.
Sure.
Oh,
I know where Chris is definitely going here. I know where he's going. I know one of them.
all right. Give me.
Take him.
Give me Auburn. Give me Auburn.
I'm clearly at a disadvantage here in the middle. I don't like that. You guys get to pick 2 in a row. I'm sitting here looking like a fool. Hold on. I'm going down my sheet, Chris. I see that Auburn was on CBS ranked number 30th. Good pick.
Well, yeah, but we're also building it.
We don't need to know your reasons.
We're building it we're building this as a whole.
Bro, you on the clock.
We're building this as a whole. Like, you got them for years. You got them for a couple of years.
Nah, ain't no years here, bro. We're talking about this year.
Well, that's too easy because then you just follow the thing. You gotta be what's better. What's a better conference?
Don't give me that. It's your idea. I'm just running with it.
Yeah, because I'm not just gonna follow I'm trying to build a conference. All right, give me
take them.
The best conference, because we're gonna see who the best conference is by their records at the end of the year. That's what we go base it on.
Oh, it's gonna be
give me Wisconsin.
Ooh, you left them, Chris. You left them there.
Wisconsin.
Chris left them there.
Go ahead and give me the Florida Gators.
Please give me.
Man, I'm on the East Coast real hard, ain't I?
Please give me the Tigers of Louisiana State.
Okay, LSU. Okay.
And then please give me the
draft SEC teams. Like, really?
Give me the Bearcats of Cincinnati.
Ooh,
there you go.
That's a good pick. Is my pick?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna venture out to the West Coast.
Yes, I know where you're going.
And take them Donalds, them Ducks from Oregon.
Are
we on? Because I'm trying. Hold on. Let me see these picks. Hold on. Let me see how many picks. Go ahead and pick this pick, Chris, and I can see how many picks we got so far.
All right,
boy.
So we're basing it on trying to see how many we're gonna our wins. Is that how we're gonna end up totaling it?
Of course. How else do you total it? You don't total it by losses.
Give me.
Now he thinking now.
Give me Iowa State.
Ooh, Chris.
Oh, they were still up there. I see it. They were still up there. Good pick. So hold on a second. So Chris has.
All right. So read them out real quick. We got.
All right. So your picks so far: Ohio State, Georgia, Iowa State, and Auburn. So that's 4, right? Or 5? It's 4.
That should be. So I've got Ohio State, Auburn.
You got Ohio State. Yeah. You got 4. You got
Georgia.
I got like 6. Hold on.
Ohio, Auburn, Georgia. I should have one more coming. So you should have 5, right?
Hold on. Let me see. I got Florida. Oh, I know. You know what? You had 5. I typed in my name for you at Wisconsin.
Ohio, Auburn, Georgia, Iowa State, and
Wisconsin. So this right here would be your 6th pick. I got 1, 2.
You got Clemson. Let me see. You got Clemson. Who else? You got
Clemson, UNC, Oregon, and Florida. So 1, 2, 3.
And Joey has Alabama.
Oklahoma too. I'm sorry. I got Oklahoma too. So yeah.
LSU.
Clemson, Oklahoma, North Carolina, Oregon, and Florida. Joey has Alabama. He has Texas A&M, Notre Dame, Cincinnati, LSU, That's who he has.
All right. Let me see. So I'm going with my next pick, right?
Yes, sir.
Give me Texas A&M.
You can't take them. They already been taken, bro. Joey got them.
Oh, Joey got them right. All right. Give me
Chris scrambling.
yeah, a little bit. Give me USC.
Oh, the mighty men of Troy.
I don't like USC, but give them to me.
Give them to you. Okay, my pick again. Man, hold on. All right, so we all got 6 picks. Yeah. Okay. So me, I'm going to go with, let's see. Go with a team that's moving to the SEC. With Oklahoma. I'm gonna go with them Hook'em Horns from Texas. Got a new coach. Who they got? Steve Sarkisian now at the coach.
Stark.
Ooh.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I'll tell you what, Texas sports in general, basketball and football, boy, they get good coaches in, and they had Shaka. They had Strong. They had Strong. What's his name? Strong.
Yep.
Damn.
Max Strong.
They had a black guy too. What was his name?
Wait. Max Strong came after.
No, you know Mac Brown. That's the guy from UNC.
Charlie Strong.
Charlie Strong.
Yeah. That's Mac Brown. That's the guy from UNC.
That's the Carolina.
Yeah, he's the one that coached Texas. They had Vince. They had Vince and won the national championship. Mac Brown. All right, it's your pick, Joey.
Give me the U.
Oh.
Hot Rod team. Hot Rod, love to you, baby. You know everything Miami.
And right after that, this pick is for the Godfather. Give me the Nittany Lions of Pennsylvania State University.
I know you're gonna pick Penn State. I knew it. All right. So, man. Let's see. It's my pick. You know what? I'm gonna go for a team that's really not highly ranked, but I mean, they gotta come through sooner or later. I'm gonna go with Harbaugh in Michigan.
Ooh.
I come through sooner or later, right? I mean, sooner or later, all the hype gotta meet, something gotta happen. Chris, you up?
Give me Washington.
We got Washington.
And give me UCF.
Ooh, UCF. I keep on typing your name, my name for you, Chris. My bad.
What do we got? 10 teams. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 2 more. So you're right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right, it's my pick again. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and take them boys from the cornfield. Field of Dreams. Y'all watch Field of Dreams?
Oh yeah, that's sweet.
There was a boost on DraftKings that I screwed up. It was plus 450 that Tim Anderson would get a hit.
And then he gets a walk off.
I'm sound crazy. I did bet today. I did bet Cubs Marlins because they said he said Marlins on the street. Cubs had lost like 8 in a row, and I was like, "Yep, Marlins." I won some money, but anyway, I'm going with Iowa.
All right,
Hawkeyes.
Give me the Mississippi Rebels.
Ooh, 100% vaccinated.
100%, absolutely. And give me those Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Come to me. I'm right.
You got Gundy with the mullet.
Come to me. Not some 21-year-old kid.
Man, it's my last pick right here.
Well, no, you guys, you'll get another one on the way back.
You got one more.
Okay, good. All right, man, I'm getting scared. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna take the Rage. I'm gonna take a small time school that nobody talks about, the Raging Cajuns.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can, Raging Cajuns, right? Second best team in Louisiana, probably, right?
Raging Cajuns.
All right, I'm also going small. I'm going small. Old Coastal Carolina.
Mm.
I like that pick. I thought about Coastal Carolina. That's a good pick, Chris.
All right. And then I'll go another small school.
Take him, Chris. That's your
I'll
boy.
go Appalachian State.
Ooh.
I didn't know my list. Let me write them down here.
We're talking wins here. Then I'm going. A lot of these small schools, you can collect some wins.
Yeah, you can. App State. Yeah. All right, go ahead. My pick.
Yeah.
No, this is my last pick, isn't it? Let's see. It's my last pick. So, I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna follow that. I'm gonna follow that small school motto. I'm gonna go with a team that's not even on I'm gonna go for a team from my conference USA, from ODU's conference. I'm gonna go with Memphis.
Penny Hardaway coaching them?
Coaching the football team, yeah. Hey, they got some good players, man.
Yeah, they did.
Tony Pollard, Darrell Henderson, Anthony Miller. They have a quarterback. I'm not to mention his name because he was a bust.
My last pick may be a 10-win team. One of the best recruiters in college football, Chris's boy.
I was gonna say, you gonna pick them?
Give me those Liberty Flames.
The local school.
Local school from Virginia. Okay. All right. I'll run through the list real quick for everybody if you want to write it down, but I'm gonna post it along with this right here. Joey's conference. We got Alabama, Texas A&M,
10 wins.
the Golden Domers,
10 wins.
the Bearcats,
10 wins.
the LSU Tigers,
9 wins.
the Hurricanes from Miami,
9 wins.
Penn State,
8 wins.
Ole Miss,
8 wins.
Oklahoma State, the Fighting Mullets,
8 wins.
and the Liberty Flames
10 wins.
from Lynchburg, Virginia.
Yes, they are.
Okay. My man Chris. I always say my man Chris. He's my man. He has the kids from the Horseshoe, Ohio State. He has a team that always falls short, the Georgia Bulldogs. The Cyclones from Iowa State. The Wisconsin Badgers, running back U. The Fighting Trojans from USC. The Washington Huskies. The Central Florida guys. Auburn University.
War Eagles.
Central Carolina. And lastly, Appalachian State.
I went some small schools.
And the number one conference in the nation, JB's conference. We got the Clemson Tigers. We got Spencer Rattler, one of Joey's hot take guys, and the Oklahoma Sooners, who got rid of the Boomer Schooner because people getting hurt.
My man.
The UNC Tar Heels, Chris' favorite basketball team, Jordan ain't showing up. We got the Oregon Ducks. We got them boys. We got them Gators from Florida. We got them Hawkeyes. We got them Longhorns. Got those Raging Cajuns. We got those Michigan Wolverines. And last but not least, we got those Memphis Tigers. Hey, you see this video? Post who you think has the best conference. Of course, we won't really find out until New Year's Day. And we'll still be around to talk about it.
Are we gonna take bowl games into it?
Sure, why not?
You want to take those in? All right, yeah. So then
and you get extra points for a national championship. So
I
got at least 2 guys that are going to be contending. I know that right now. Right? You guys have one apiece that really are the contenders. I got 2. I got the Tigers and them Sooners. So we're gonna find out what's gonna happen. All right. So what a show tonight, man. I had a great time. with talking about fantasy football, talking about college football. Pretty soon we're doing our college pick'em, where your man Joey said he is going to pick against the spread above 50%. So possibly you can win some money or you can go broke. Okay, so we're gonna find out, right? Before the season starts, I'm gonna have 10 games with the spread that we're all gonna pick, and we're gonna see how well we do, and of course how well Joey does. All right, and Wednesday, new live show, either Wednesday or Thursday. I think we're talking fantasy football, running backs. Well, you got to have those quality backs to win a fantasy football championship, no doubt. Right? So, but last but not least, the hot take, which I know y'all have missed so much, that hotness, that fire, that flame.
It is on fire tonight.
we got buttons. Oh, buttons, come on now. No, this isn't college basketball. We're not picking the orange man in football, bro. Come on now. Basketball come around, buttons. That'll be my first pick, I promise you.
No way.
I don't care where they ranked. I'm going Syracuse.
Buttons, okay. Donovan McNabb is not walking through that door.
Marvin Harrison neither. not even Brown and Ernie, all those guys. They're not coming.
None of them are walking through that door.
That's all I'm doing, man. Hey, Buttons, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate it. Hey, is Buttons not one of you guys for the fantasy football thing?
Buttons is about to get a text from me. Yes.
Buttons, you need to join the CJ Squared Fantasy Football League so we can get in you.
Buttons will be getting
like fantasy basketball, Buttons. It'll be no difference.
It's coming, Buttons. It's coming.
All right. So, Joey, what's the hot take for the night, bro?
This is an easy one, JP.
Don't do it to me, Joey.
Billions, get your money ready. Get your money ready. Okay? If you all haven't noticed, the last time since the Sox beat us in a series, the Bronx Bombers have won 6 straight series. 6 straight. The Yankees made some pretty big time moves for their lineup. They finally got 2 much needed left-handed hitters into their lineup. It's going to fit into the new Yankee Stadium perfectly. There is a launch angle going towards right field where a great left-handed power bat will knock home runs over that wall in right field. The Yankees lineup, when healthy, is scary. Therefore, the Sox are coming to the Bronx for 3 games. Which ones,
the White Sox or the Red Sox?
Well, we just got finished defeating the White Sox in a series. Thank you for bringing that up for me, JB. But the other Sox are coming to the Boogie Down. They're coming to the Boogie Down, and they will lose 3 straight in the Boogie Down. Get your brooms ready. The Sox will be swept.
We're saying the Yankees when the series start?
The series will begin on Tuesday.
Okay, nice. We should know Wednesday or Thursday night if this came to fruition.
We'll know Wednesday night.
You'll know Wednesday.
We'll know Wednesday night.
Yes. Hey, check this out though. Real quick question. How did y'all like the game, the Field of Dreams game?
Very exciting.
Yeah. It's sweet. I think the first time is probably gonna always, if they redo it, I think that's because you didn't know what it was gonna be like. That'll be the best one. And the game itself was ridiculous, but
the ending sucked. The ending was absolutely
As a
you didn't like that
fan,
movie, huh? You didn't like part 2 of the movie.
No,
I heard the Mets are going to be playing their next, like in one of those games. Okay, and here's my last question for y'all before we go. And they asked this question on SiriusXM, and I want to see what you guys think. What football stadium or what kind of game can the NFL put on like that in the future that kind of matches its Field of Dreams game?
Yes,
Think about it. Don't answer it yet. Think about it. Come back with your answer on Wednesday night.
All right. Yeah, we will.
All right. Cool. All right. Hey, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, good show.
Boy, and if you didn't watch it live, you can watch it at your own leisure. Listen at your own leisure. Give us some comments.
That's
Subscribe. Give us some comments. We will be back on Wednesday night. I don't know what time because I'm dealing with these two guys, but we will be back. All right. So check us out. Check my TikTok at the Job 2000 because I'm coming on there every time and go live to talk about it. And on Facebook, on Instagram, because on Twitter, because these guys don't do social media like I do. I don't know why, but hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. So until next time,